And I just want to go on record. I was watching Piers Morgan's show. Dave Rubin is a cunt, and always will be, always will be a cunt, a baby buying cunt. Cenk Uygur was on with Dave, and I've become a Cenk guy because I think he's grown a lot.
I've noticed you've turned on Cenk lately.
I like Cenk. Dave Rubin did this fucking bullshit thing on Piers Morgan's show where he played an out of context clip of Cenk. He's like, Cenk, you're calling for unity. Like, he's such a bitchy, catty, gay dude. Dave Rubin, I can't stand him. He played this out of context clip of Cenk going, this was years, like it's like a 6-year-old clip or something of like Charlie. He thought Charlie was playing the victim on something about free speech or something like that. And Cenk Uygur was on his show going, and Charlie wants to play the victim so he can be the martyr. And oh my God, and blah, blah, blah. And Dave Rubin's like, you want to apologize for that, Cenk, because that doesn't really sound like it fits your position now. And Cenk just blew up at him. I bet we can find that.
Yeah, if we can
easily.
find that clip, that'd be nice.
Like, Dave Rubin was being such a twat because, by the way, if you're a conservative and that movement is important to you, you got to get that guy the fuck out of there because he ain't helping you. And this whole deal where, you know, you play these clips from years and years ago out of context as some kind of bitchy gotcha. That's such like a bitchy gay guy thing to do. It's like, here's a guy from the left who's coming over and saying, I'm with you guys, and your bitchiness is going to turn him away because you just can't help yourself trying to get a viral moment out of this, you baby buying twat. Dave Rubin, Cenk, Piers. Let's type that in. We'll get it. Gray Duckling with $2 says, what? No Erica song in the background? We played it. We played played Erica.
Unless he's talking about for Kirk's wife's speech.
Here it is. We've got it. Yeah, this is such a shitty thing to do. So Cenk Uygur was on Piers' show talking about Charlie Kirk, and he was like, we need to come together. This is not okay. Violence is not good. I liked Charlie Kirk. We debated many times, blah, blah, all this stuff. And Dave Rubin just sowing the seeds of bullshit with his bitchy. And by the way, Dave Rubin used to work for Cenk. Cenk Uygur gave him his start in media. And Dave Rubin has been a salty bitch about his experience at the Young Turks ever since he left. Fuck this guy.
That it's about his actual opinions. It's about the opinions that many thought leaders on the left purport that he has, which are complete lies. So look, I am in somewhat of a reconciliatory mode here. So I'd like to ask Cenk, I have 10 headlines here he has put up about Charlie Kirk. They are on his channel right now, and let's see if Cenk believes that these are true. Charlie Kirk says prominent black women took white people's spots.
You are a lot, like, just because the guy died doesn't mean that Cenk was never allowed to disagree with him on controversial stuff that Charlie Kirk said. Like, Cenk Uygur didn't have a crystal ball that said Charlie Kirk's going to get shot in the neck one day for his beliefs when he was writing these headlines criticizing Charlie for things that
Charlie said.
Right.
Charlie Kirk boasts about his all-white basketball team. Charlie Kirk gives piggish advice to high school girls. Ex-employee exposes Charlie Kirk's grift. Charlie Kirk embarrasses himself.
Dave Rubin embarrasses himself. There is nothing wrong with this.
Right.
With any of these headlines. And I'm, like I said, I'm not, like, in terms of his beliefs, I'm not a big Cenk Uygur guy in terms of his politics, but I think Cenk's been hitting all the right notes on this and has been hitting the right notes for a couple of years on discourse. Dave Rubin is being a grandstanding little bitch.
Charlie Kirk's brain melts explaining anti-vax conspiracy. Charlie Kirk rants about women in their 30s. Charlie Kirk has literally no clue how the real world works. Charlie Kirk gets triggered, declines appearance over...
This is embarrassing. Like, look at all these people on this panel, and then Piers is hosting the show, and Cenk's just sitting there. Dave Rubin's embarrassing himself.
Right. All of these people are like, this really doesn't matter. Also, like, I was one of the people who was saying the South Park, like, we're pulling this episode because it's critical of Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And it's like the episode aired long before this happened. He Charlie was posted positive. He's like, "Hey guys, we made it on to South Park." Like he had fun with it.
Yeah.
And so like I'm like, guys, I understand why you're doing it, Comedy Central and stuff, but really pulling the episode from like streaming and things like that doesn't really. It wasn't like the point of the episode was Charlie Kirk. He was just Eric Cartman portrayed a figment of him, and it's just I get it, but at the same rate, I'm like it's completely unnecessary.
But you know
I feel
what?
the same thing about this. Like, who cares what he said about him months ago?
But also, South Park doing that's kind of cool. It's kind of nice of them. They didn't have to do it.
Well, it was, and they didn't, and that's what I said at the time. But that's where I regard this. So it's just like you tell me that he did this. Like, so what?
Yeah.
Cenk Uygur, so he didn't pull him. He shouldn't have to. He had opinions of the moments at the time.
Cenk is a liberal commentator. He's going to disagree fundamentally with most of the things that Charlie Kirk has to say. That's okay. You are still allowed to think Charlie Kirk was him dying doesn't mean that you all have to agree with him
or pull every piece of
critical,
work that's critical of him. Like, no, we can still say that he said these things about black women and white women, or that his brain melted about this anti-vax thing.
Well, he's gonna keep going here. Save it, because he's gonna play a clip here, and I think you're either gonna change your opinion and go, "Oh, I'm on Dave Rubin's side," or you're going to go, "This piece of shit." So here you go.
Pronouns. Charlie Kirk doubles down on women-hating backlash. I am telling you, Piers, Charlie Kirk was one of the best human beings I ever met. He did not have a bone of racism, misogyny, or anything else in his body. But liars lie, and they gin up otherwise good people. From the little bit we know about this shooter, he had a stable household. He was going to college. He was fine. We'll find out.
No, he wasn't, Dave. You're already wrong. He didn't go to that school. He had a trans partner. They were being radicalized online. They weren't going outside, and they were just reading shit that backed it up, and they just got angrier and angrier. But go ahead, Dave.
Where he got radicalized. But please, let's not pretend we don't know where this stuff is coming from. And please, let's not pretend that this thing is going both ways, because
fuck you for trying to put Cenk in that box. Again, I probably disagree with Cenk Uygur 90% of the time on political topics. But Cenk Uygur has not contributed to this in the least. In fact, most people on the right, what they know Cenk for is they like watching and laughing at his 2016 election meltdown.
Right. They like watching Alex Jones fuck with him.
And by the way, in that 2016 election meltdown, do you remember who Cenk was melting down at?
No.
The Democratic Party. Remember, he was shouting, "We're at war with them! We're at war!" It was embarrassing, but it's like, Cenk is not the problem. Dave Rubin is just such a salty bitch, and he still holds a grudge all these years later. I'm telling you, conservatives, you got to dump this guy. He is grifter extreme. He is bad news.
Absolutely not. I also have well, you know what, Cenk, I'll ask you a question directly, actually. Do you think Charlie wanted to be martyred? Do you think Charlie wanted to be martyred? Do you think Charlie wanted to be...
Now, if I were Cenk, I wouldn't answer that question. I would just say, shut up, dude. I'm not answering that. This is ridiculous.
Killed, yes or no?
Of course not. What kind of asinine question is that?
Yeah.
You don't? Because that's pretty interesting. Because here's a video of you, Cenk, talking when Charlie was at a breakfast.
For these guys, and they don't deserve it. But I do also want to point out, as they're in the middle of crying now, although Charlie was smiling ear to ear throughout the entire video, thinking, yes, I'm now the victim, and I'll get to claim that my rights have been abridged.
Did you catch the...
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that in the context of commenting on something Charlie Kirk said.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that clip. See, here's why you conservatives need to ditch this Dave Rubin guy, is because he's still a lefty in his approach. Taking clips out of context, doing the gotcha thing. Look at all these people on this panel. They're just uncomfortable at what the fuck Dave Rubin is doing. Cenk is confused as all hell. Like, you guys got to dump this guy. He is a lefty in his approach.
Beginning of that, Cenk? Listen, we'll do it again.
No, I didn't. And that's totally out of... No, we're not going to do...
He's like, Did you catch that, Cenk? We'll do it again. I think Dave was expecting some kind of big, grand reaction to that.
Yeah, everybody's bored. I'm actually amazed that nobody, including Piers Morgan, is going, dude, this isn't your show, and what the fuck?
Well, here's the thing with Piers. Piers he's a tabloid guy from the UK. He likes the fights. He'll let fights kind of go a little bit on his show. I do watch Piers Morgan Uncensored, I would say at least once a week. I do like his show, but he lets, it's usually my lawn mowing show. But
so you put it on your phone and you just listen to it while you mow the lawn?
All right, you're saying that like I'm the biggest gay guy in the world.
Well, I mean, not the biggest. You're in the running, though.
I like listening to it while I mow.
Do it again.
You got to remember, I'm old and I got 3 kids. I do old man shit, like listen to Piers Morgan while I mow the lawn. That's old man shit.
Okay, we'll just
okay. Thank you. I appreciate that exasperated.
I don't know if they're gonna clip that later. I like listening to Piers Morgan while I mow.
Let's be homophobic.
Right.
How let me ask you something.
God
let me ask you something. How does that honor Charlie Kirk?
Right?
Exactly.
Totally out of context. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
No. Listen, brother.
Are you trying to get harm
for
on
1
me?
second.
Is that what you're trying to do,
clown.
you loser?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No. I'm trying
I was going to do
expose
conciliation,
exactly
except
what
this
people
guy,
like you
look at the
have
last
done.
2 things that your last 2 guests said.
Piers.
Jesus,
no,
man.
what they said was, yes, we should have reconciliation, but it is not without any...
Even Vinny from Patrick Bet David's show is like, what the fuck is going on? Constantine is like, what the shit is this? This guy's just embarrassed. Everyone's got just an empty stare. They're like, what the fuck is Dave
Why am
doing?
I here doing this?
Like, and this whole show was everybody being really united and conciliatory and everything else like this. Dave Rubin, unable to read the room, just takes a shit over the whole thing so he can get a little moment for himself. It's just such a gay, bitchy drama thing to do.
Contrition, right? It's not without a mea culpa. Charlie was accosted by Antifa at a breakfast in Philadelphia, and the video that I just played is you with a cartoon of him as Charlie Brown saying that he would love to be martyred so he could be the victim. Well,
no, that's not what he was saying. What he was saying was all of those Antifa people came to protest his speech, and Cenk is saying, oh, now he gets to play the martyr. Now he gets to play the victim, and that's what he wants. Again, if Cenk Uygur knew he was going to have his throat shot out and Cenk still said that, wow, what an asshole. But nobody conceives of that moment when they're criticizing a guy hyperbolically on their show.
Well, and that's the thing, too, though. This is another case of words versus context, and he knows the context. He's pulling a dirtbag thing to go, well, this is exactly what he said.
Right.
So, ipso facto, it's like,
is it
no, playing the martyr, you understand that's a turn of phrase.
Is it not, though, Johnny? Is it not like a gay liberal thing to do?
Yeah.
100%.
It really is.
Because this guy never became a conservative. He just grifted off of you guys. And then he bought a baby, and you guys were like, yeah, that's traditional conservatism. Couple of gay guys buying a baby. What's weird about that? Nothing. It's just Pete Buttigieg.
Dude, he's controlled opposition.
Perhaps, but nobody should be taking him seriously.
I guarantee you, his wife, who now doesn't have a husband, and his kids who don't have fathers, did not want him to be martyred.
What you just played isn't what
It's exactly what you said, brother.
It's exactly what it was.
Let's do it again.
No, it isn't.
We just
heard it. We just heard it.
It's not?
All right, so
it's not?
no,
let's do it again.
Cut this crap out.
Come on,
no,
we'll do it again.
Piers, can we talk about reality? This is something he's going back to like 10 years.
Well, I think Cenk should be allowed to respond.
What
I said there.
And they don't deserve it.
It allows for easy martyrdom for these guys, and they don't deserve it. That was when Antifa was going after him at a breakfast in Philadelphia.
Okay, so let's let Cenk respond to that.
No, that was about words, you moron. Okay, Jesus Christ, man. All right, so now let's get to reality, okay?
What a fucking prick. On a show where they're all there to be like, oh, look at this.
Well, spoiler alert, it's about someone else. He had to make it about himself and his opinions going after somebody. That's
I thought
indicative of a group at all.
I thought this was Piers who wrote this. It was a quote from Cenk.
Okay.
It's from December. Damn it. He says, I've got no interest in coming together with utter frauds like Dave Rubin. Good for Cenk. I'm with Cenk on that one too. Dave Rubin is an asshole. in my humble opinion, if you will. If you will, baby. All right, we got a bunch of ones we got to get through here. Thank you, Abletitious, for that $5 or for the gifted membership. Dusty Rhodes says, when Erica Kirk is done, there will be leftist shit all over the Omni. Approachable with $1 says, after the press release, the cameras kept rolling on Charlie Kirk's wife, and this is what they caught.
Certain.
Gen X has Dolph Lundgren as their Punisher. Millennials have Thomas Jane as theirs. Gen Z can have John Barenthal, who's great. Again, who's great. Zen Man with $1 says, my body is chrome, my blood gasoline. Witness me. Till Valhalla, brothers. It's fucking... Our FBI director's a clown. Lab Glass with a... Dude, he's the gayest FBI director ever, and J. Edgar Hoover used to tuck it, wear dresses, and blow guys. And Kash Patel's the gayest one. Lab Glass with $1 says, the VP doesn't have anything better to do today. No, he's the vice president. What the fuck do you want him to do?
I mean, no offense. Kamala Harris did the job for 4 years.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have trusted her to do this show.
I put the vice presidency in the hands of a bunch of retards that I wouldn't trust with a potato gun. And Dan Quayle, consequentially, couldn't even spell potato.